Well, what's going on, my fishing friends? Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Hope you all are faring well. Hope your families are doing good. Well, we just got past Thanksgiving, and now Christmas is right around the corner. And there's that one day in between Thanksgiving and Christmas that I look forward to every year, almost as much as I do for the spawn. That's Black Friday. Black Friday is the day I do a bulk of my tackle shopping for next year or the following year. Can't beat it. Tackle Warehouse, 20% off store-wide. Susquehanna Fishing Tackle, 10% off store-wide. Then you got Cabela's, Bass Pro, all the little shops. Everybody's doing some killer deals. So I do the best I can to stretch my buck. And this year with Corona, I need to do it more than ever. So enough of the jaw jerking. Let's dive in. Let me show you what I got. So earlier in the fall, I was doing pretty good. I was power fishing, throwing a square bill, oversized square bill actually, and I was getting bit early in the morning. Got bit, loaded up. Nothing like the feel of that square bill getting hit and that rod just completely doubling over and the shake of the head. And that bass comes rolling up. But unfortunately, that bite like completely died. As soon as it was on, it was off. I was scratching my head. So I had to tackle down and go finesse. So I broke out the Ned rig, something that I don't normally fish. I love the power fish. And yeah, the Ned rig was something new to me. I know it's been around a while and I am late on the train, but a Ned rig saved the day. So I was pretty impressed. For a little do-nothing bait, put some fish in the boat for me. So I'll put a link up here for that video and you can check that out and see how the Ned rig saved my day. So this year, I jumped in pretty deep with Z-Man products. I was that impressed with it. So first bait up is the Big TRD Copper Truce 4-inch. So this bait's about double the size of normal Ned rig, and this Copper Truce color really gets bit. I really like it. You can check it out there. It's got some metal flake in it, green pumpkin, a little bit of chartreuse. It's a good color. Bait's really stretchy. Doesn't smell, but they like it. So yeah, I'm going to give this guy a shot this year. I think it's going to do really well. So the next bait that's up by Z-Man Products, the Bang Stick Z. This bait was recommended to me by one of my subscribers, another YouTuber. He's a damn good fisherman, and he's a musician on top of it. I'll link one of his videos up as well, and you can check that out. His name is Chuck Peacock. So old Chuck there, he recommended this Bang Stick Z. It's about a 5 3/4 inch bait. I picked up 2 packs, one in Copper Truce and the other one in June Bug. So this Bang Stick has little tentacles on it. I don't know if you can see that there. This is the June Bug color. There's those little tentacles. There it is in Copper Truce. Again, you can see the tentacles. So you can just picture this bait sitting on the bottom. You can even dead stick it. And while it's dead sticking, look at the movement on those tentacles. Just sitting there. I can see them moving real subtle with the current. Yeah, it's going to get bit. Definitely going to get bit. Thanks, Chuck. Can't wait to use this. So the next bait I picked up from Z-Man is the Hool Stick Z. It's a 4-inch bait. It's like a mini version of the Bang Stick. It's got those little tentacles on it. This color happens to be blue crawl. So it's like a green pumpkin. It's got some metal flake in there and a little bit of blue. Again, sitting on the bottom. I could just see this thing sitting there. And those tentacles waving around. Yep, I like it. And Strike King. Strike King makes a blue crawl color as well. And that gets bit pretty good. I really recommend that color. It mimics almost like a bluegill color. It's a good bait. I also picked it up in a Copper Truce as well. This next bait I picked up is the TRD Hog Z. It's a pretty cool looking bait. It's 3-inch. Picked it up in black and blue. Almost looks like a Hellgrammite. That's what it kind of reminds me of. I don't know if you guys have ever fished with Hellgrammites for trout, but this is a pretty neat looking bait. Again, it's got these really cool looking appendages on the top. And look at the action on this thing. Just sitting there. I mean, can you see it sitting in the water moving around? Got the appendages on the sides. Yeah, I think I'm going to use this on when I do some river fishing. Definitely toss it out in the current, let it drift on down. Yeah, this will get gobbled up. I also picked it up in motor oil too. Pretty cool color. Motor oil color, from what I understand, works good in green water. Fish green lane, so it's got to get bit. So the next bait I picked up is the TRD Tickler Z. It's a 2 3/4 inch bait, and yeah, it's like a little TRD with tentacles. Again, like the others that I've just showed you. This color is pretty cool. Hot Snakes. Check that color out. Again, really cool finesse bait. Made it out of Elastec stuff, so it'll last a while. And yeah, this has got like it's like a chartreuse, a little bit darker green, and it's really got some cool metal flake colors in it. A little bit of like yellow, gold. There's blue flake in it. Really neat looking bait. There it is in the copper truce and the June bug. Well, drop shotting definitely helped out this year. Again, when that bite died or it got too hot out, I'll break out the drop shot. The drop shot was putting some fish in the boat. So again, Z-Man products. I jumped in with the Trick Shot Z. This bait's 3 3/4 inches. I picked it up in the Shark Copper Truce. Again, I got 2 packs of those. And then this one is White Lightning. Can mimic a good white perch or shad. Again, that Elastec, so it'll last a long time. They don't smell, but got some really cool action to them. Oh, and by the way, don't put any don't dip these in JJ's Magic. They will melt. They will completely disappear. Did it. But yeah, that's a pretty cool color. All right, well, next up, the Googan boys. Yep, John B, Peric, those guys, man, they're a trip. I love watching their videos. Never a dull moment with those clowns. But they got a line of baits, the Googan baits. A subscriber of mine, another YouTuber, L-Town Bass and Eric. Eric uses their baits. He's done pretty good with the Lunker Log and the, I think it's called the Kraken. Anyway, keeping along the lines of the Ned setup, I went in and got the, I went all in and got the Googan Baits Ned style bait. This one's called Mooncake. They're called Rattling Neds. I don't know if you can hear that. This one's Mooncake. I'll take this one out of the package. This is a pretty cool looking bait. If I can get it package open. Whew, man, do these smell. So this is Mooncake. I don't know if you can see that. There's a little rattle in there. This Mooncake's like translucent with a green back to it. Pretty cool bait. Don't know. No, it's not as stretchy as the Z-Man. And I don't know if the rattle's going to inhibit any of the action. But yeah. Whew, stinks. Can't wait to give this a shot. See if John B and the boys know what they're doing when it comes to baits anyway. Also picked it up in Blue Penny. That's blue penny. As you can see, it's got a decent amount of metal flake in it. Like gold, green, a little bit of blue. And again, got that rattle. Pretty cool looking bait. Look forward to giving this one a shot. And check out the way they package them too. I mean, they're not going to get all kinked up or messed up. Do a nice job with this product. Pretty impressed. Oh, and I will link L-Town. I'll add one of his videos in the link up top there. Check him out. He's a good fisherman. Good guy. Also got it in green pumpkin goby. Black flash. The black flash, I think, would do really well in that stained and muddy water. At least with the rattle, it'll definitely attract some attention. Take this one out and you see what it looks like. Wow, that's a dark bait. Got that rattle to it. Cool color. A lot of metal flake in it. It stinks. And lastly, I like the drop shot, so I got the Dragon Drop. That's in green pumpkin pearl. Yep, green pumpkin pearl. Pull one of these out. Green pumpkin pearl. Whew. Slaunch sauce, I think they call it. Yep, slaunch sauce. Whew, stuff stinks. Cool looking bait. It's got this like really cool humps on the back of it. And the tail. Almost like a dragon. Neat. Again, they do a nice job with the packaging. I mean, these things are not going to get twisted up. Next up, Hog Farmer Bait Company. This is a pretty cool bait. It's called the Spunk Shad by Hog Farmer. This is a 3.5-inch bait. Saw this and picked this up. I have their A-rig. I've been throwing their A-rig around, and nice piece of equipment. This is a Spunk Shad. I think this would do really well in a drop shot, or maybe even a shaky head. Light shaky head, or even just weightless. Texas rig, thrown up against cover. It's got a nice wiggly tail to it. Pretty cool looking bait. Got a slot in it there for text posing your hook. It's a nice bait. Also picked it up in Blizzard Shad as well. Pretty cool color. Nice shad color. It's almost like a white ice. Again, you could Texas rig it. Weightless, shaky head. Yeah. Or even drop shot it. Cool bait. This next bait, this is something I haven't thrown yet, and I'm kind of looking forward to trying this. I don't know if you all have ever thrown a Nico rig, but I'm thinking this year coming up to get into a little bit of Nico rig fishing. So this bait I picked up is actually designed by Daiwa, but it's poured by Gary Yadamoto. This is the Nico Macho. Check this thing out. That's a pretty cool looking bait. Nice big fat chunk. What's the color here? General Melon. That's a pretty neat looking color. Look at that thing. See, a Nico rig that, put your weight in the nose there, and then you put an O-ring on, and then put a finesse hook on. And again, it's going to stand up on the bottom. Got this big bulbous tail. It's going to wiggle around. And you drag it along, and as you pull it along, it's going to wiggle, nose down. It almost looks like a worm digging into the sediment or something. And it's got some gold flake in it, some, looks like peppered black flake. Pretty cool, man. It's a neat looking bait. I can't wait to give this thing a shot. Yep, really up in the finesse game a little bit. The Nico Macho in General Millen. All right, next little thing I picked up. This is called a Cali clip, made by Cal Coastal Fishing. I have some on my other rods, but I wanted to get a few more. This is great for like securing your bait, like your drop shot bait or your Texas rig bait. Even has like a little slot in it that you could put your jig on or your spinner bait. Just helps to secure the bait. Pretty cool little setup. They come in 3 different sizes. So you got like a large, and that'll clip to the butt of your rod. There's that little circle I was telling you about. You can put your jig on. Or there's the medium size. Has this little slit in it, and you can slide the line through to hold your drop shot weight in place, and you tighten it up. I don't know if you can see that. That's the small. But yeah, I like them. I have them on a couple of the rods, and I wanted to pick up a few more. So these are by Cal Coastal, called the Cali clip. Definitely recommend it. Good way to secure your bait. Here's the Cali clip. You can see I even have that same Ned rig hooked up to my spinning rod. This is the same Ned rig I used in my last video as well, where I caught trout. So I was catching bass on this thing and trout. But yeah, that Cali clip, definitely check them out. They work well for securing your baits. All right, next bait that's up by Savage Gear. This is the Line Through Trout. These are 3D scanned, and this is a lure with an attitude. I've been working on my big bait or big swim bait game every year, adding to it, and I've been working on throwing it. Still not confident yet. I'm gonna have to like sit down and actually commit, like put all my other tackle away, and just spend a couple weeks just fishing the big bait to see if I can get bit. But this thing is pretty cool. I had the original, and sadly a nice backlash sent it to the bottom of a Green Lane. So I picked up a couple more. Now this one's new and improved. If I can get it out of the package. Man, that stinks. So here you go here, and it's they 3D scanned a trout, and segmented, so it's got a nice action to it, and it comes with this awesome harness setup. See that there? And what you would do is there's a hole in the top, there's holes in the bottom, and you would slide your line through the hole, and it'll come out the bottom here. You take your harness, and basically you take your harness, slip it in there, and your line's going to come out, and you tie down here, and when the fish bites it, it's going to pull this out and take the bait out of the equation. So when the bass starts shaking its head, this is not going to give it extra leverage to throw the hook. And you can see here it's a decent treble. Yeah, I'm looking forward to throwing this. So this one is it's a slow sink. It's an 8-inch bait, weighs 3.5 ounces, and this is dark trout. It's a pretty cool color. I'm digging this. Check out the teeth. Look at the teeth on that thing. And I also picked it up here in light trout as well. Here it is with the rig in the top. So your line would come through the front, out, and tied to this little harness. And now you got the treble hooked on the top, so you can bring it, drag it along the bottom and not get snagged up. This is cool. 3D Trout by Savage Gear. Really like this bait. So keeping in line with the big baits, this year I added to my big bait arsenal, not only in baits, but reels as well. Check this out, the Super Duty GX3 Speed Spool. I've been eyeballing this reel for, I guess, about a year now. This is one heavy duty reel. I own quite a few Super Duty Lew's fishing reels, and I was looking forward to adding this to the arsenal. This is 6.5 to 1. I have a tournament, a Cabela's Tournament Pro Z, which they don't make anymore. I have a swim bait rod that I'm going to put this on. Yeah, this is definitely a winch right here. I believe it has 24 pounds of drag. Let me see here. Yep, 24 pounds of drag. So yeah, I'll be able to pull in some hogs. If I hook anything on those Savage 3D trout, this is going to be bringing them in. Well, continuing on, adding to my arsenal of reels. Yep, you guessed it. Lew's. This is the BB1 Pro. Love this reel. This reel is just amazing. 6.4 to 1 gear ratio. Casts a country mile. Probably one of my favorite cranking reels. I'm going to pair this reel up with my Cabela's Tournament ZX crankshaft rod. That rod's designed for throwing Magnum square bills, Magnum crankbaits. This year I did pretty good throwing around a Magnum crankbait by Strike King. It was Fire Tiger. I called it the zombie square bill. But yeah, this is going to get paired up with that rod, and this is always going to be ready to go with a nice big Magnum square bill sitting there. Can't wait to be throwing this one. This is going to be great. Check out BB1 Pro by Lew's. Can't beat them. Can't beat them with a hammer. So to go with my reels, for the Super Duty, the GX3, I picked up some Seaguar Brazek 20 pound, which I've been throwing for quite a few years now. And for my BB1, 10 pound of Brazeks, Seaguar fluorocarbon. Like I said, again, I've been throwing a Brazeks now for a few years now, and it's a good line. Can stand some abuse. So, yeah, check out a Brazeks. Well, next up, Plano. I got the Edge series, finally. I'm super psyched. I love Plano stuff. I have their V-Crate. I use that on my kayak. And Plano just came out with this whole new series of boxes. It's a solid box. Killer latch. It's got the water wick system. I'll be doing a review on these. This is the standard 3700. I also got the jig box. Man, I can't wait to fill these up. And I also purchased the Flex series, but it's back ordered, so it isn't here yet. But as soon as it comes in, I might do a review of all 3 of these boxes. But Plano, those guys, they know what they're doing over there. They protect your gear. I highly recommend Plano. Well, we're getting to the end here, guys. Almost done. Next up, JJ's Magic. This is my favorite dipping dye. It's garlic scented. It's strong. It's pretty rank. I only use 2 colors. Well, 1 color. Technically, this is clear, and the other color is chartreuse. They're the only 2 that I use. This stuff gets bit 10 times more than any other dipping dye or scent I've ever used. Straight up. Never leave home without it. It's like the American Express card. Love this stuff. Next, I picked up some Plano KVD speed bags. Worm speed bags. This is the large, and I believe it holds 40 worm bags. We'll see. I carry a lot of soft plastics, so I can fill this up pretty quickly. So this one is the medium size. It's supposed to hold up to 20 worm bags. I already stuffed probably 25 bags in here. All kinds of goodies. I think I'm going to use these on my kayak. I'll keep quite a few of my go-tos that I like to use and tuck them under the seat. and you know, have them for when I need them for quick access, so I don't have to get up and move around too much. So yeah. Oh, and lastly, of course, my Tackle Warehouse shirt for placing my order. Let's check it out. Pretty cool shirt. I like it. See, we get the bass on the back. Well, that's going to do it for this year's Black Friday deals. Got a lot of good stuff. I don't know if I'm going to be able to wait till 2021. I think I'm going to be taking this stuff out real soon. But I will be glad when 2020 is over. Well, guys, I just wanted to say, as always, I appreciate your support. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share my videos. And I'll talk to you all real soon. Have a good Christmas and a safe and happy New Year. Take care.